the show as I was, and everybody else here as well.
Furious.
I was waiting for you to be like, come back with the witnesses and stuff like that in season 4, I think.
Yeah, me too. I broke things. It was not pretty. It's a downward spiral of meth and fury. I did not do that. Eddie is here. Yeah, you know, it's. I was actually just telling the story backstage. When you find out the great news that you're coming back, but there's no script yet. And then, as it is in my case, you run into a casting associate who's drunk at a film festival who excitedly declares, "They kill you!" You don't know how to respond to, other than to cry inside. And no, very sad. But and I don't know if anyone's heard this story before. Please stop me if you've heard it. There is the chance, always, to come back, right? As my Canadian driver to and from set declared to me, because he asked me, he hadn't read the script for the episode, and we were driving home or back to the hotel, and he asks, you know, and I apologize for this Canadian accent. I'm awful at it, and all accents. It all ends up like muddled European pirate. And so he says, "So, how's this episode?" Arr. And I was like, "Well, it's good. It's a good episode." He's like, "What happens with Andy?" I was like, "Oh, you know." And I said, "Well, it's a little sad actually. Andy gets ripped open and left for dead by a small demon child." And I couldn't tell if it was raining, because he looked like he was welling up, and we drove in silence for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then finally he says, "So, well, do they burn your body and salt your bones?" No, I don't know. They don't really address that. He's like, "Oh, good." Brightens up. He's like, "Oh, good." Because if they don't burn your body and salt your bones, you can totally come back. It's like a demon or any sort of other thing. As long as they don't burn your body and salt your bones at all, you know? Did you check? Did you check to make sure they don't burn your body and salt your bones? No, I don't think they burn my body and salt my bones, so I think I'm pretty good. Yeah? Yeah. Good. So, I think it's open-ended.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Gabe, what's going on?
Good to see you.
Hi. So, it's my first convention, so it's kind of a non-supernatural question.
Okay.
But how do you like San Francisco? Like, what touristy type things have you done?
But the very touristy thing I did was I took a shuttle right here, and I grabbed a Quiznos sandwich, and then I walked backstage, because my flight was very delayed, and I got here just in time. But I've been to San Francisco a handful of times, and I love this gorgeous, gorgeous city. If they made movies here, I could very easily see myself here. It's gorgeous.
Should come by more often.
I would love to. My wife has never, ever been, and she was very excited to come, but then had a baby shower that she had to go to. And so I sent her a beautiful photo of the view from my hotel. And are you messing with me? But we're going to come back, because it's one of my favorite cities.
Cool. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.